Welcome back to the channel Rare Coins All World, where we dive deep into the world of rare and valuable coins. Today, we're going to talk about one of the most iconic and fascinating coins in American numismatics, the 1960 Lincoln penny. This humble 1-cent piece may look like just another coin from the past, but if you've got the right version of it, you could be holding a small fortune in your hand. Stick with us as we explore what makes the 1960 Lincoln penny so special and why it could be worth more than you ever imagined. Let's start with a bit of history. The Lincoln penny has been a cornerstone of American coinage ever since its introduction in 1909, making it one of the longest-running designs in U.S. history. The coin was first minted to honor President Abraham Lincoln, and it features his iconic portrait on the obverse side. On the reverse, the penny has gone through several design changes over the years, but for much of the coin's history, it has featured the image of the Lincoln Memorial, which was first introduced in 1959 to celebrate Lincoln's legacy. But the 1960 Lincoln penny is special for a couple of reasons, which we'll get into in just a moment. In 1960, the U.S. Mint was transitioning from one major coinage change to another. The most notable change during this time was the switch from the large, copper pennies to a smaller, more compact size. While the penny was still made from 95% copper, the new size and design made the 1960 penny a memorable issue for collectors. But it's not just the design or the composition that makes the 1960 Lincoln penny stand out, it's all about the mint mark and the small differences in the way these coins were produced. The U.S. Mint has several different facilities across the country, and each one uses a mint mark to identify where a coin was struck. In 1960, the U.S. Mint produced Lincoln pennies at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints. What's interesting about this year is that while the vast majority of the coins were struck in Philadelphia, a small number of pennies were produced with the D mint mark in Denver. And these particular pennies, especially the ones from Denver, could end up being much more valuable than you might expect, but there's more to the story. The 1960 Lincoln penny is known for its unique design variations. One of the most famous variants from this year is the small date versus large date issue. The small date variety is characterized by the numerals of the year being smaller and positioned closer together than on the large date version. This subtle difference, often hard to notice to the untrained eye, makes a huge difference in terms of value to collectors. In the world of coin collecting, small details like this matter, and collectors are willing to pay a premium for the rarer, small date version of the 1960 Lincoln penny. It might seem like a minor distinction, but it has a big impact on the price, especially when the coin is in pristine, uncirculated condition. And here's where things get even more interesting. The 1960 small date Lincoln penny can fetch much higher prices than most other pennies from that year, especially if it's in perfect condition or has an unusual feature. Coins that have been well preserved, free of scratches or discoloration, are always in demand among collectors. But for the 1960 Lincoln penny, condition is even more important. A well-maintained penny from this year, especially the rare small date variety, could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars more than a typical 1960 penny. And that's not all. Certain coins with minting errors, such as double dies or off-center strikes, can make this already rare coin even more valuable. So, how much is a 1960 Lincoln penny worth? If you're lucky enough to have a small date penny, especially one with a high-quality strike from the Denver Mint, you're already holding a valuable coin. But if your coin is in perfect, uncirculated condition, or even better, if it has a minting error like a doubled die, you could be sitting on a small fortune. In fact, the right 1960 Lincoln penny could be worth as much as $40,000, yes, you heard that correctly, $40,000. That's the kind of value a pristine, rare 1960 Lincoln penny can command on the market. It just goes to show how a small detail or subtle variation can turn a seemingly ordinary coin into something incredibly valuable. So, next time you're going through your coin collection or flipping through old pennies, take a closer look at your 1960 pennies. If you've got the right variety, you might just have a hidden treasure on your hands. We hope this video has helped you understand what makes the 1960 Lincoln penny so special and valuable. Today, we've got a coin that might be sitting in your collection right now, or maybe even in your spare change, waiting to reveal its true value. That coin is the 1981 United States Lincoln penny, and you might be surprised by just how much it could be worth. In this video, we're diving deep into what makes the 1981 Lincoln penny such a fascinating and valuable coin. Stick with us, because by the end, we'll reveal how much this seemingly ordinary penny can actually fetch in today's market. Let's take a moment to discuss the history of the Lincoln penny. First minted in 1909, the Lincoln penny was introduced to honor the 16th President of the United States, Abraham Lincoln. The coin has undergone a few design changes over the years, but it has consistently featured the likeness of Lincoln on the obverse. In 1959, the reverse design was changed to feature the Lincoln Memorial, a tribute to the president's legacy, and this design stayed on the penny until 2009, when the reverse was updated to reflect Lincoln's life. However, when we look at the 1981 Lincoln penny, what stands out is not just its design but some of the production quirks that make it incredibly rare and valuable to collectors. In 1981, the U.S. Mint produced the Lincoln penny in large numbers, but one specific detail makes this year noteworthy. You see, many people think that all pennies from the early 1980s are just regular pennies, worth only a cent. But there's more than meets the eye when it comes to the 1981 Lincoln penny, particularly when we start talking about the mint mark. In 1981, the U.S. Mint used multiple facilities to strike pennies, with the two primary mints being Philadelphia and Denver. While most of the 1981 pennies were struck at the Philadelphia Mint, what's intriguing is that there was a slight variation in the way these coins were produced, especially with the Denver minted pennies. These variations in minting, as well as some rare and fascinating characteristics, are what make this particular penny stand out in the world of coin collecting. Now, let's talk about condition. Just like with any collectible, condition is king. In general, the 1981 Lincoln penny is not considered a rare coin, but in uncirculated condition, it becomes much more appealing to collectors. When a penny is in mint state, meaning it has no wear and tear from being in circulation, it can command a much higher price than a worn-down coin. The 1981 Lincoln penny is no exception to this rule. While it might seem like a common coin, a well-preserved, uncirculated 1981 penny can be worth far more than its face value, especially if it's from the Denver Mint. But wait, there's more. In the world of numismatics, mint errors are highly sought after, and the 1981 Lincoln penny is no stranger to this category. You might come across a penny with an error, such as a double die or off-center strike, which could dramatically increase its value. For example, if your 1981 penny has a double die, a condition where the design appears to be imprinted twice, it could become a collector's dream. These kinds of errors are incredibly rare, and when they do occur, they turn a typical penny into a unique and valuable piece of history. So, how much could your 1981 Lincoln penny be worth? If you happen to have an uncirculated penny from the Denver Mint or one that has an error, the value can skyrocket. While most 1981 Lincoln pennies are worth only a few cents, the rare ones can command astonishing prices. And here's the big reveal: if you have a well-preserved 1981 Lincoln penny, especially with a unique error or rare minting feature, you could be looking at a value of up to $45,000. Yes, that's right, $45,000. This is a remarkable amount for a coin that, on the surface, may seem like just another penny. But in the world of coin collecting, every small detail counts, and the 1981 Lincoln penny is a perfect example of how rarity and condition can turn an ordinary coin into something extraordinary. So, if you have a collection of pennies or happen to come across a 1981 penny, make sure to examine it closely. Look for those key minting details, check the condition, and don't forget to inspect for any errors. A coin that may seem like just another piece of change could end up being a valuable treasure waiting to be discovered. Today, we have something special to discuss, something that could be hiding in your coin jar, at the back of your drawer, or even in your change right now. We're diving into the fascinating world of the 1970 Lincoln penny, a coin that may seem ordinary at first glance but could actually be worth a small fortune. Stick around as we unravel the story behind this particular penny and why it might just be a lot more valuable than you think. The Lincoln penny has been a staple of American coinage for over a century, and in 1970, it was still going strong. Introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, this 1-cent coin has gone through various design changes over the years, but it has always carried the image of Lincoln on the front. The reverse, featuring the Lincoln Memorial since 1959, has seen minor changes, but one thing has remained constant: the importance of the penny in American currency. The 1970 Lincoln penny was part of the regular coinage production of the time, but what makes it stand out to collectors is not just the design but the subtle variations and quirks that occurred during the minting process. The U.S. Mint produces billions of coins every year, and small differences in the way coins are struck can make a big difference in their value. In the case of the 1970 Lincoln penny, a couple of key factors play a crucial role in determining its worth. The first thing you should know about the 1970 Lincoln penny is the mint mark. If you take a close look at the coin, you'll notice a small letter on the reverse side, just below the date, indicating which U.S. Mint facility produced it. Most of the pennies from this year were struck at the Philadelphia Mint, but there were also coins made at the Denver Mint. The mint mark itself is a small detail, but the difference between coins produced at different mints can sometimes affect a coin's value. However, it's not just the mint mark that makes the 1970 Lincoln penny special. What really sets the 1970 Lincoln penny apart is its unique place in history and its potential for errors. Yes, you heard that right, errors. The 1970 Lincoln penny, while commonly found in circulation, has been known to have some fascinating minting errors that make it highly valuable to collectors. One of the most sought-after varieties from this year is the double die error. This error happens when a coin is struck more than once, creating a doubled image, especially in the date or inscriptions on the coin. The result is a penny with more than one impression, which makes it a unique and rare find. Double die errors are highly prized by collectors because they are so uncommon and distinctive. So, how much could your 1970 Lincoln penny be worth? Well, it really depends on the coin's condition, the mint mark, and, of course, whether it has any errors. A regular 1970 penny, even in good condition, is still worth just a few cents. But here's where things get interesting. If you have an uncirculated, well-preserved penny or one with a double die error, it could fetch a much higher price. And here's the big reveal: if your 1970 Lincoln penny has the right conditions and features, it could be worth as much as $47,000. Yes, that's right, $47,000. That's how much the most valuable 1970 Lincoln pennies can be worth. It's hard to believe that a coin worth just 1 cent when it was minted could now be worth a small fortune, but in the world of numismatics, it's all about the details. Whether it's the mint mark, the condition, or an error on the coin, these factors can make a huge difference in determining a coin's value. So, before you toss any pennies into a jar or spend them without a second thought, take a moment to examine your 1970 Lincoln pennies carefully. You might just have a rare find on your hands. Today's episode is one you won't want to miss. We're diving into the fascinating world of the 1975 Lincoln penny with a special mint mark that could be worth far more than you ever imagined. Buckle up as we explore the story behind this remarkable coin and its value in today's market. Let's take a moment to talk about the history of the iconic Lincoln penny. This coin, which has been in circulation since 1909, has undergone several changes over the years. One of the most significant changes came in 1959 when the U.S. Mint introduced a new design to celebrate the 150th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The obverse of the coin, designed by Victor David Brenner, has featured the profile of Lincoln ever since, with the reverse showing the Lincoln Memorial, which was introduced in 1959 and continued until 2008. But today, we're talking specifically about a rare 1975 Lincoln penny, and what sets this coin apart from the rest. The 1975 Lincoln penny, while not an especially rare year in terms of production numbers, has a particular minting anomaly that makes it extremely valuable to collectors. While most 1975 pennies are easily found and don't command high prices, there's a unique variety of the 1975 Lincoln penny with a specific mint mark that is incredibly scarce. This coin, with its distinct minting error or rare variation, is one of the most coveted among collectors looking for pieces that stand out in their collection. Now, let's break down why this specific coin is so highly sought after. Coins that were made in 1975 were part of a vast production run, so many were used in daily transactions, which means most of them show the wear and tear you'd expect from coins that spent years in circulation. However, the real value lies in finding one in pristine, uncirculated condition, especially when it carries that rare mint mark or an error that collectors love to hunt for. The 1975 Lincoln penny with a certain mint mark has been found in uncirculated condition, and those are the real treasures in the world of numismatics. While it's easy to find regular 1975 pennies in change or in your old coin jars, one with that elusive mint mark stands out among the crowd and could potentially bring in an incredible amount of money. If you happen to stumble upon one of these gems, you're holding onto a valuable piece of U.S. history. But let's talk about the value. This is where things get really exciting. If you happen to have a 1975 Lincoln penny with the rare mint mark in uncirculated condition, you could be looking at a coin worth much more than its face value. In fact, depending on its condition and whether it has any unique minting errors, this coin could be worth up to an astonishing $48,000. That's right, $48,000 for a single penny. Can you imagine finding that in your pocket change or in a box of old coins? It's the kind of discovery every collector dreams about, so, if you have a 1975 Lincoln penny lying around, it's definitely worth taking a closer look. Check the mint mark, examine its condition, and see if you've got one of these rare varieties on your hands. Coins like this are the reason coin collecting is such an exciting hobby, because you never know when you might uncover a hidden treasure that could change your life. And remember, the coin market is always evolving, and values can fluctuate. So, make sure you stay informed and up to date on what's going on in the world of rare coins. Keep an eye out for those small details that can make a huge difference in the value of your coins, whether it's a minting error, a rare variety, or a coin that's in exceptional condition. Today, we're diving into the exciting world of U.S. coins with a focus on one of the most intriguing and sought-after pennies, the 1976 Lincoln penny with a special mint mark. This seemingly ordinary penny might just be sitting in your coin jar, and it could be worth far more than you ever imagined. Stick around until the end, where we'll reveal how much this rare coin could be worth today. The Lincoln penny has long been a favorite among collectors, with its rich history and symbolic connection to one of the greatest U.S. presidents, Abraham Lincoln. First minted in 1909 to mark Lincoln's 100th birthday, the coin has seen many changes over the years, but it has remained a mainstay in American currency. Fast forward to 1976, and the U.S. Mint produced millions of pennies to celebrate the nation's bicentennial, marking 200 years of American independence. The 1976 pennies are quite common, but not all of them are created equal. While the 1976 Lincoln penny is typically not considered rare in terms of production numbers, a certain variety stands out among the rest, especially one that bears a unique mint mark. Most of these pennies were produced at the Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints, but there's a specific variant of the 1976 penny that has captivated collectors' attention due to its rare mint mark. This mint mark, which was accidentally overlooked by the mint, has become a crucial factor in determining the coin's rarity and value. What makes this particular penny so special? It's all about the condition and the minting error. Many 1976 pennies were used in everyday transactions and have suffered from years of wear and tear. However, there is a specific version of the 1976 Lincoln penny, marked with a rare mint mark, that has survived the test of time in pristine, uncirculated condition. These coins are considered the true gems of the 1976 series, and collectors will pay a premium for pennies that are free from scratches, discoloration, and circulation damage. But the real excitement lies in how much these uncirculated, mint mark-specific coins can be worth. When it comes to rare coins, the value doesn't just depend on how old the coin is or its rarity. the condition plays a massive role in determining its worth. A 1976 Lincoln penny with a rare mint mark and exceptional condition has the potential to fetch a significant amount in the market. And here's the exciting part: the value of one of these special coins can be astonishing. Imagine having a 1976 Lincoln penny that's been carefully preserved, showing no signs of wear, and with that rare mint mark that collectors are looking for. This coin could be worth as much as $53,000. Yes, you heard that correctly, $53,000 for a single penny. It might sound unbelievable, but in the world of numismatics, these rare, well-preserved coins are worth their weight in gold, or in this case, silver and copper. So, if you have a stash of old pennies or have come across some 1976 Lincoln pennies, it's definitely worth checking their condition and mint marks. You never know, you might just have one of these rare, valuable coins sitting right in your collection. The best part is that these special pennies can be found in the most unexpected places, so don't overlook those old coin jars, piggy banks, or even change you find at the bottom of your purse. Now, let's talk a bit more about the unique features of the 1976 penny that make it so appealing. The obverse side of the coin features a profile of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. This timeless image has been part of the penny for more than a century and is instantly recognizable. The reverse side of the 1976 penny, which was redesigned in 1959 to feature the Lincoln Memorial, also has a strong historical significance, symbolizing the nation's respect for Lincoln and its heritage. However, the key to the value of the 1976 penny lies in finding that rare mint mark and ensuring the coin is in pristine, uncirculated condition. Many coins in circulation have been heavily worn, but the ones that survive unscathed are the true treasures. The coin market is always shifting, and prices can fluctuate depending on demand, condition, and rarity. But one thing is for sure, the 1976 Lincoln penny with that rare mint mark, in excellent condition, is a coin that could make any collector's heart race. If you've been holding onto your coins for years, now is the time to take a closer look and see if you've got one of these hidden treasures. Today, we're focusing on a coin that's often overlooked, but could be worth much more than its face value. If you've ever wondered about the value of your old pennies, then you'll definitely want to pay attention to today's video. We're diving deep into the 1979 Lincoln penny, a coin that might be sitting in your collection or even in your change jar right now, waiting to surprise you with its potential worth. The Lincoln penny has been a staple of American currency for more than a century, and it has become one of the most well-known and widely collected coins in the world. First introduced in 1909 to commemorate Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday, the Lincoln penny has undergone several design changes, with the most famous being the redesign in 1959 that featured the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. However, the 1979 Lincoln penny has a unique place in the world of coin collecting, and there's a specific variation of this penny that's becoming a highly sought-after treasure. Now, you might be asking yourself, what makes the 1979 Lincoln penny so special? While most 1979 pennies are fairly common and don't carry much collector value, a specific version of the coin from that year is attracting attention from collectors worldwide. The 1979 penny, with its unique mint mark or a rare feature, stands out as one of the more desirable coins of that era. The 1979 Lincoln penny was struck at the Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints, but the key to its value lies in finding the right mint mark and its overall condition. While most pennies from this year have been in circulation for decades, the rarest and most valuable 1979 pennies are those that have survived in pristine, uncirculated condition. Because these pennies were used in everyday transactions, most of them have been worn down, scratched, or damaged over time. But if you happen to have one that's in excellent condition with no signs of wear, then you could be holding onto a true treasure. The 1979 Lincoln penny, when found in uncirculated condition, is rare, and collectors are always on the lookout for these coins. The value of a well-preserved penny is dramatically higher than that of a worn one, as collectors will pay top dollar for those coins that have been carefully stored and remain free from damage. But the excitement doesn't stop there. There's a specific minting error that can make a 1979 penny even more valuable. Sometimes, coins are struck with errors during the minting process. These errors can make the coin even more unique and, consequently, more valuable to collectors. In the case of the 1979 Lincoln penny, certain minting errors, such as double strikes, off-center strikes, or the presence of a rare mint mark, can increase its worth exponentially. Collectors who specialize in error coins will pay a premium for a 1979 penny that carries one of these rare minting flaws, making it a potential goldmine for anyone lucky enough to find one. So, what's the real value of a 1979 Lincoln penny if it's in pristine condition or has a rare minting error? You won't believe it, but a well-preserved 1979 penny with a unique mint mark or error could be worth up to $58,000. Yes, you heard that right, $58,000 for a single penny. Imagine finding this gem in your pocket change or in a box of old coins that's been collecting dust for years. It's the kind of discovery that can turn a simple penny into a small fortune. The key takeaway here is that coin collecting isn't just about the age or historical significance of a coin, it's also about rarity, condition, and sometimes, a little bit of luck. The 1979 Lincoln penny may seem like just another coin from the past, but when you consider the potential for finding a rare version with the right mint mark or a valuable error, it suddenly becomes a coin worth investigating. If you've got a collection of old pennies or are going through your spare change, it's definitely worth taking a closer look at your 1979 Lincoln pennies. Check the mint marks, inspect their condition, and look for any signs of rare minting errors. A coin in perfect, uncirculated condition or with a unique feature can be worth significantly more than you might expect. And who knows, you could be holding on to a hidden treasure. Before we wrap up, remember that coin values can fluctuate based on demand, market trends, and the overall condition of the coin. But one thing is certain, if you find a rare 1979 Lincoln penny with a unique mint mark or an error, it could be worth a small fortune. So, keep your eyes peeled and your coin jar open. You never know when you might stumble across your next big find. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare and valuable coins, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future discoveries. Happy hunting, and good luck finding that next treasure in your coin collection.